Kishore Mitra sir, who is the patron and MTAH University, and Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, the patron of WCOP and also the resource person for our 5-day workshop, and Professor R.N. Singh sir from Banaras Hindu University and patron for WCOP, and also welcome Sri J.V. Lakshman Rao sir, former editor of Indian Tribune, Chicago, USA, and WCOP patron, and Professor B.G. Reddy sir, who is the president for WCOP from SC University Tirupati, and Professor R. Subhashini Madam, General Secretary, WCOP, and the Dean for Madras School of Social Work, Tamil Nadu, and Professor V. Suresh sir, Treasurer, WCOP from Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu, and also the course coordinator, Professor K. Ashok sir, WCO member and training program and coordinator for from Telangana. And myself, I'm Rama Devi, coordinator and rapporteur. I'm practicing psychologist at Vasavi Nursing Home, Vijayawada, which is Dr. Samaramgar Hospital. So a grand welcome to everyone present here. I request now Professor B.G. Reddy sir to initiate the program.
Yeah, thank you, Rama Devi, for your initial introduction. Now, once again, good evening to our mentor, guide, patron, and renowned ball trainer, Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, and chief patron, Professor P.V. Ramamurthy, another chief patron, Girishwar Misraji, and Professor R.N. Singh from BHU University is another patron. Then another patron, J.V. Lakshman Rao, our colleague, General Secretary, Professor Subhashini Madam from Madras School of Social Work, and Professor P. Suresh, Treasurer of WCOP, and core committee member, Dr. T.D. Vimala Madam, and other core committee members, and executive committee members, and today's beloved participants. Once again, welcoming you all to this WCOP workshops, keeping in view of the World Mental Health Day, October 10th, 2023. Actually, we were in the practice of organizing 10 programs as far as this World Mental Health Day is concerned, but this time we have just restricted to only 5 programs. And recently, we have organized a 2-day physical conference cum workshop at Tirupati. It went on well with the cooperation of all our blessings of beloved Ganeshan sir, blessings of our chief patrons, and core committee members, wishes of core committee members, as well as the wishes of cooperation of the so-called executive committee members, and last but not the least, the beloved participants. And I already thanked each and everyone who have cooperated as far as that conference, physical conference is concerned. So, though it was the first physical international conference, it went on well with the blessings of God, as well as the blessings of the so-called elderly people who are in the WCOP. Now, we are again, after a long time, so we are again meeting, we are looking each other. It is really a wonderful day today. So, I once again welcome all our people, particularly the resource person and world-renowned trainer, our Dronacharya, I can say, our Vedagiri Ganeshan sir. I welcome you, sir. And also, I welcome once again to all our core committee members, executive committee members, and as well as the beloved participants of today's event. I once again thank you one and all for your cooperation. With a short notice, you have all responded and registered. And so with all your cooperation only, the WCOP program all the time gets succeeded. So Particularly, I should also thank each and every participant of today who have joined with us. So I once again hand over the mic to Ramadevi.
Thank you, sir, for your invitation and welcome. So, as there are few new members in the workshop, I would like to introduce our president, the anchor of the WCOP and the pillar of the WCOP, Professor B.G. Reddy, sir. So, Professor B.G. Reddy, sir, has completed his PG and PhD from the Department of Psychology, SP University, Andhra Pradesh, and joined as lecturer in 1985, promoted as reader and professor of psychology in the same university, held the position of director twice in the university. He also served as the same university for 30 years. So he taught BEd, MEd, and MSc psychology students, guided 17 PhD and 18 MPhil students, and has written 14 psychology textbooks to Telugu Academy, Hyderabad. He is the founder and general secretary for Indian Academy of Psychologists, and is the founder president of World Congress of Psychologists and founder president of Superannuated Psychology Society of India. So with all the associations, he has conducted many workshops nationally, and international conferences were also organized. In 2020 alone, conducted 35 national webinars uh, in India, and personally organized 55 physical awareness programs in the various universities and colleges. And as a psychologist and a lawyer by profession, counseling sessions, he made more than 1,800 families who are happily living today. I welcome you, sir. And I would like to introduce our Dronacharya, as Professor B.G. Reddy sir says, and my guru. So he is the expertise in behavior technology. So he is none other than our Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan, sir. He is a renowned business and organizational and environmental psychologist with 4 decades of experience in training and consultancy at national and international levels. Presently is the Dean School of the Behavioral Sciences, American Texla University and South America. He is ex-professor and head for Department of Psychology, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, and he was a leadership consultant for Chelsea Creative Business School, Coimbatore. He is a member and Senate as well as syndicate member at Bharatiya University, guided 25 candidates for the PhD, still guiding more than 10 students, 10 candidates, both national as well as international universities. He also conferred with the following award, gold medal during his graduation in psychology at Annamala University, Young Scientist Award in the Indian Science Congress Association, Calcutta, the Source Material Collection Award, and also the Visiting Association Award in the UGC Delhi. He has organized workshops at various topics in different countries like Germany, Chicago, Malaya, University of England alone, and France, Kuala Lumpur, and conducted consulting editor for 6 national and international countries. Sir is the founder of Global Institute of Behavior Technology in the Coimbatore. So I heartily welcome you, sir. It's a very great honor and privilege for everyone to have you here in this workshop, sir. I welcome you, sir, and I request you to take over the session. And today's topic is CBT.
Good evening, everybody, and esteemed Professor Ramurthy Garu, Professor R.N. Singh, Professor B.G. Reddy Garu, Professor Subhashini, Professor Suresh, Professor Ashok, and Professor Vimala, and Mrs. Ramadevi, the compare, and my dear participants. The topic for today is CBT, and CBT, as you all know, is cognitive behavior therapy, which is one part under behavior technology. So, as we very clearly know, all of us know very well, it is the perception which influences the behavior. So, the cognitive perception, cognitive distortion can affect the behavior of people to an extreme extent. And the usual examples are illusion and hallucination, etc. So not only abnormal people, even normal people will have a problem with regard to their cognition. For example, if somebody is having a gender bias, then they will ill-treat the members of the opposite sex because they have a cognition that women are bad or men are bad. So it requires necessary for psychologists to change this attitude. For example, in religion, in Hinduism, the Shiva has given 50% of his body to Shakti. This is to signify that both the sexes, both the genders are equal and in no way lesser than the other. Okay? So cognitive behavior therapy is also used in religion also. So, and what are the techniques in cognitive behavior therapy? We'll see few examples. And I welcome the participants to post some problems in case they have any problem with a client, they can share it and we can discuss it. Say, for example, a person is an alcoholic and goes on drinking to a maximum extent, and no psychiatric treatment is able to help the person, like use of Esperal, disulfiram, etc. Then a behavior therapist can take up the case and handle it with cognitive behavior modification, CBT. What to do? Ask the person to imagine that the person is having a favorite alcohol, whichever brand they like, whiskey or whatever. Okay, VAT 69, etc. And they are enjoying that. Suddenly, the person is made to fall in imagination. The person is made to imagine that the person has fallen into a ditch which is stinking like anything. Initially, it may be difficult, but by repeated practice, he starts enjoying the alcohol. Suddenly, he shifts and his imagination and falls into a ditch which is stinking to a great extent. By doing like this, he is reprogramming his brain, and it is just like a software development where he develops an allergy to alcohol. Because what has been enjoyable becomes nauseating, vomiting, etc. Keep on repeating this. No physical agent is required, no pharmacological preparation like disulfiram, Esperal, Esperal plus, they are not at all needed. Ask the person to imagine again and again and again. Then ultimately the person develops an allergy to alcohol. It is also known as an experimental allergy, which can be developed by cognitive behavior therapy. This is one example which I have given in treating alcoholic cases. Okay. Like that, I can suggest quite a few techniques with regard to various problems. In case the participants they want to pose any problem of a case, please come forward. Because usually it is interactional. My sessions are interactional. Otherwise, I can give one of my own clients' case and then
I'm Dr. Soundram. Sir, I'm Dr. Soundram.
Yes, Dr. Soundram.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you so much, sir. So that is actually I really want to ask about the student who faces a breakup. How to make him back, because the one who is involved into the relationship, and when it is a breakup after 5 to 6 years, they are unable to face it and they try to go in for the extreme level of suicide attempt. So how could we apply this CBT technique to such students, sir?
So there is a relational breakup, and the fault is maybe on his side or on the partner's side.
It is
Whatever
on
it
the
is,
partner. It is the partners that because she had a better company, better placement, and this guy is not at placed. So because of which the partner left, which this individual, and it was so much affecting his self-esteem, and he
yeah,
couldn't find an answer. Why is it so? And he
yeah,
attempted, but somehow we saved him. But how to make him change his thought process?
yeah. In the cognitive process, what is required is you have to make him understand about his professional competency. The partner, the girl, is smarter. That is why she got a placement in the campus interview. And this man has been dotting over her, and he has not been keen in developing his professional skills. So what is important is he can improve his professional skills. The cognitive behavior therapy is not required here, but he has to develop his skills, professional skills, and so that he can even join the same company and join that girlfriend, which is not difficult. But he is taking this as a lame excuse that there is a breakup like that. Actually, it is an incompetency, professional incompetency, which requires to be handled with appropriate training, and the counselor can guide the boy to equip himself to face the reality of life. Okay, that's what I would suggest. He can undergo certain new courses which will have a market value. Okay, like IBM, etc. programs. Then he can join. Okay, it's a competency deficiency. So you have to make him to work and then fix the target that I'm also going to join the same company where my girlfriend has joined, and I will prove to my girlfriend that I am as smart as she is. That is what is required. It is a training which is important. Actually, whatever therapy is required is only training. I won't call it anything as therapy. It's a training, that's all. And I am sure he can pick up and make a progress in a very gradual manner. Not, I mean, because you would like to jump up, but ask him to go step by step and to prove to himself, not to the world, that he is developing his competencies, professional competencies. Okay, that's my response to your query.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
welcome.
Skills in the sense professional skills you mean?
Yes.
The professional skills. Okay.
Additional skills which are required apart from the degree. Because most people learn hands-on experience is required. What is given in academics is not the full requirement of the job seekers. Okay.
Okay.
So they
Okay,
have
sir.
to equip themselves better by putting in more effort to develop themselves.
Okay.
And must be able to be selected by the coming companies.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Boys or girls, they are distracted by the gender, and in the process, they lose. But they start blaming the girl by telling that she is smarter than him. He can also get smarter, that's not a problem, provided he puts efforts. And that's where the counselor can do a lot of work. Okay, a kind of
Thank you, sir.
graduated progression.
Sir, I don't have any specific case right now to discuss, but I would like that with your experience, some of the techniques, if you can share with us, it will be very great.
See, cognitive behavior therapy can be used in a funny manner. Okay, all that is required is imagination. You should have a wild imagination. The therapist must be capable of, like a poet, okay, think of all impossible possibilities and innovate and use the techniques. For example, a daughter-in-law is there and the mother-in-law is a nagging mother-in-law, okay, and she cannot escape from the situation because it is marriage. She is entangled in the family life and the husband is listening to the mother and not to the wife, and the mother is always domineering, criticizing, highly critical, etc. Now she has to pull on forever, but she breaks down, tries to go for a divorce, or sometimes consider separation, or wants to go for suicide. If that is the case, there is a very tricky, funny, I would say silly, funny, crazy technique, which is a cognitive behavior modification technique, which is known as a cognitive shift. This, I would suggest the daughter-in-law to imagine, just like in videos, okay, replace the head of the mother-in-law with the head of the buffalo, okay, visually, okay, like Magishi, call it as Magishi or Varahi or whatever, because this is possible. The brain is capable of imagining. Also, the audio has to be also changed. Whatever the mother-in-law says, suppose she says, you are a useless person, you should have got a better daughter-in-law than you. You are coming from a lousy family, etc. But actually, the audio she has to replace by making she must be able to hear the noise of a buffalo, or a bulldog, or a cock, or a parrot. Okay. Accordingly, the head of the mother-in-law will be changed. And she will feel funny, but she should not giggle or laugh. She should be very cool. That way, it is just like wearing a raincoat and walking.
You said,
Yeah.
change the face to some buffalo or something and feel
Yeah.
as if buffalo is speaking.
Yeah.
But the point is, generally the person who is affected, he would also react angrily normally. In this case, daughter-in-law must be very angry.
Right.
And in her anger to think of some kind of a face and talking like this, I think that kind of imagination to come will be
That's right. It
difficult.
Is. To avoid any kind of angry, disruptive response only, I am suggesting. It is easier to fix a head.
I'm betting first
Collar of a buffalo.
That's true. But then will the daughter-in-law with her, already she is in a different mood, will be able to,
No. Chicken or cock or parrot. Then they will start giggling. Their mood will change.
Oh, so practice. It should be practiced with somebody or the other.
Practice with the dummy. Okay. They will feel safe practicing with me. Then it is not only for the daughter-in-law, it's also for executive who is having a domineering, disturbing boss. So you can change the head of the boss as a parrot, and whatever he says, you bloody fool and all that. So you'll be hearing the voice of a parrot. And not only that, a school boy or a school girl who has got a terrible teacher or a headmistress or headmaster can also do the same trick, because life is full of stress. So one way is to wear your own raincoat, okay, or your own umbrella to prevent yourself from the hot sun. You are not going to influence the sun, or you're not going to stop the rain, but you wear some protective thing. That is what is known as cognition. Your perception has to change. Okay. So how to change? This is a funny way of changing. There are 1,000 ways of changing the perception. Okay. Keep on repeating the name of Narayana, 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 Narayana. Okay. Then she will not get angry. She will never be depressed also. Okay, but she should not say it aloud. Mentally keep on repeating. Then what happens? Actually, Narayana comes and takes off the mother-in-law. She will have a heart attack and pass away. Okay, I am telling this is possible because Narayana can do samhara. Like Narasimha Avadaram is finished, is it not? Varaha
Yes, yes.
Avadaram is
It
finished.
is just possible. Yes.
So simply appeal to Narayana or to Namah Shivaya. So he can also finish off. Not that we want him to finish off, but if they become incorrigible, they deserve to be finished off. That's what the religion says. Okay, Narayana tolerates to a great extent, finally finishes off Ravana because he is not understanding. Okay, and Narayana or Shiva is real, more real than anything else in the world. So if you feel helpless, appeal to the higher authorities and they will take care. Okay, not that you want the mother-in-law to die or the principal to be dismissed. Okay, but the principal will be tamed. Then you will have a horrible higher up. Then he will be sobbled down. Okay, something like that. So we are making
Yes.
use of various things outside the clinic. That's what it is.
Yes.
We are bringing in certain spiritual aspect also. Okay, whatever be the religion. Okay.
Good evening, sir. Sorry to interrupt. I
Yes,
have a
please.
query.
Yeah, please tell
Uh,
your name and switch on your video.
Okay.
Please
I'm
tell
Sri
your name.
Vaishnavi. I'm
Pardon?
Sri Vaishnavi.
Sri Vaishnavi, tell me.
Yes. Yes, I'm Sri Vaishnavi, sir. I'm a recently graduated advocate. So my query is that it's in this digital era, it's very easy for people to avoid their emotions or find a ways to cope up, like binge watch a show or do some emotional eating or just divert themselves from a really bad emotion which later builds up and forces them to do something bad or say something bad,
Okay.
even to an extent of doing crime. So how do we actually manage these kind of emotions and be more emotionally aware?
You see, one of the major emotion which can throw water on any fire is laughter. Okay. You start laughing at the foolishness of your father or husband or brother or teacher or your boss. Okay. So have a hearty laughter at the foolishness or atrocities of a person with whom you have to get along. Okay. You cannot escape from your research guide, for example, or the HOD, or in the office. Okay. So what you do is, what a bloody fellow is like that, you start laughing, hearty laughter. Then what happens if you laugh? Endorphins are released into the blood and you feel quite relaxed. They are better than tranquilizers, better than psychiatry. Okay. So laughter itself, there is a saying, for everything, laughter is the solution. So I always make use of that also and give laughter therapy. Okay. So how to laugh, I teach people. Then after that, they learn to laugh. Okay. And that will really help. Again, it's a cognition. You can take things seriously or take things in a funny manner. Okay. When you take it funny, it's good for you and good for others. Otherwise, you will have a headlong collision and both the parties will be damaged. Okay, laughing is safer. That's what I would suggest. And these are techniques which can be used in any situation, any relationship. Okay. Yes. Okay then. Next.
Sir, may I?
Yes, please do. Rama, you are always there to ask those problems. Yeah. Tell me.
So the recent, before asking a question, this laughter technique has really helped a client recently, sir. helped a 20-year-old male who had a very serious breakup, not breakup exactly, but a person who she was dominating him. So he was completely lost, and this laughter therapy has made him come out within a week, sir. Now he is very fine, and he is not even remembering the face of that lady who has been staying there for 3 years. So it has become very blur, and now he's very happy, and he's more stronger now to face her also.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we don't give tablets or injections like psychiatrists, but by using some of the techniques, you are triggering the biochemical reaction in the person. Okay, and once it is started, it continues. There is no need to keep laughing all through your life. But once you start having a hearty laughter, then system is on already. It is manufacturing endorphins, and the person feels relaxed and happy and redefines a relationship instead of getting perturbed by relationships. Okay. Anyway, I'm happy that you tried and it worked.
Yes, sir. So then the question is, it's about a couple, sir.
Yeah.
The person is happily married and he's good with his wife, and he has a daughter who is studying MBA and all. She's everything. The family side, it is all good, but he had an affair. It's not an extramarital affair with his friend's wife, and
Okay.
both the partners know that they talk each other and they share things and their feelings and everything, but both doesn't know that they are into physical relation. But the man who is in relation with the lady, he is feeling guilty that he is doing wrong and he wants to come out. But the lady is not allowing her to come out. He says that you just perform once so that I feel satisfied and I will leave you. But when he says no, she commits and she attempts cutting off her hand and attempts suicide. And because of that attempt, he is not able to come out, and he is really feeling that. So my family get everything. He's a reputed person in his area. He says that it is all that I don't want to happen. I want her to go back with a normal, without any serious things, just a breakup in a friendly manner, which is he's finding is difficult. And she is not at all listening. Even if she says she says yes, and later she cuts her hand and calls him.
Okay. Now, what I would recommend for that guy is ask him to have sex with his wife, imagining as if he is having sex with his friend's wife. That will solve his problem. And ask the lady, the friend's wife, to imagine as if she is having sex with this guy when she has sex with her own husband. Okay. It is possible. It is possible because it is a mind that cheat. It is a Maya. Okay. Both are males, whether friend or husband, both are males. Okay. Both bodies are warm. But only thing, her mind is fixed. I want this body A, not body B. Okay. So let her mentally ask her to close the eyes during intercourse and imagine that he is having sex with a person of her own choice. Okay. Then she will not cut her nerve and threaten to commit suicide, etc. Okay. Already they have gone beyond a limit. By asking her to do this, you are not going to accumulate any sin because you are clean. Okay. Suggest this to both of them. Ask them to go ahead and do the nonsense. Okay. Because they will understand that they are doing the nonsense. And they will become all right.
The male, he knows that he is doing the nonsense because he never did that. Because whenever he goes to the lady, he becomes CD.
No, that is okay. But what he's doing is he's also having a lame excuse. So he should avoid meeting that lady. You talk to both of them, tell them you don't meet each other hereafter, and then you tell the lady, imagine that you are with this guy when you are with your husband, and tell that guy you are with your girlfriend when you are with your wife. So, see, when you are not interviewing and intervening between these two, it will go on. This is no more a secret. Okay. Now it is in the open area. So you call both of them, talk to them separately, ask them to go ahead and do it. Once they get exposed, they will get disciplined. Okay. Don't just handle the man, handle the woman also.
Yes, sir. I asked him to bring her also. He said
Yeah.
he will do.
If he's not bringing, you go to that lady, tap the door and then enter and say, look here, do like this. Okay. This is what is known as outreaching counseling or street corner counseling. You can do that. Take the phone number, fix an appointment, and go and talk to that lady because she wants to keep everything in a stealth mode. So break the stealth. That make it know that you know what is happening under the carpet. Okay. You try that and it will definitely work. That kind of assertion is required from the therapist if they want to become very effective therapist. Okay. Try that and come back to me and tell me what's happening.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Tell your name and
Also, today I had a case, just before this class, I had a case of a 51-year-old lady. She has a husband who is 58-year-old, and they've been living for 29 years together. Okay. So the problem is from day one of marriage, theirs is a love marriage. From day one of marriage, he is into other women, not physically. He's not interested physically, but emotionally, he's living with women all throughout his life. The problem is he will be at home. He has 2 lovely daughters and a lovely wife. He will be at home. He cannot live without the wife. But from morning 5 o'clock, from beginning to message from his bed sheet, he starts till night. He's after his neighbor. He's after his colleagues. He follows women. He's emotionally connected to them. Like he would do all nakras where like if they shut the door, he will shut the door. If they look at him, he will look. So he's connected to them somehow. And the lady is, the wife is watching throughout and she's getting very hurt. Now she's like contemplating separation. Why? Because now she is cancerous.
okay. Okay. Now, this man, is he having any real relationship or it's all imaginary relationship?
No, real people,
Real
all
people.
neighbors, all colleagues, all people who are working under him, recruiters,
How many
people
people
he.
he is handling? How many people?
Actually, he has lost different jobs. He has switched different places.
Right now, how many girls he is handling?
Now, I think neighbor.
Give the number
One.
now.
One.
Only one.
One at a time, yeah. One at a time.
Not one at a time. What is the total number of women whom he is dealing right now? 4, 5,
right
7.
Now, once. That's what, sir. He is connected to one. After his wife.
Then reconnects. Okay. Now, what is it that he finds in that one person which he is not finding with his wife?
Some connect. Attention.
No, it is not attention. There is some kind of pleasure he finds with that one person.
Yeah, true.
Okay. With his wife is not agreeing. His wife is not agreeing to provide the kind of pleasure which the other lady is able to give. Yes or no? Or you don't know?
But no, there is nothing physical. That's what, he is not physically involved with any of these women.
No. If he is not
Otherwise,
physically involved, he must be masturbating.
Yes, he does that. Yeah, he does that.
Okay. So he is looking at the pictures of those people and masturbating. And the same nonsense can be done by the other party also. Okay?
Yes.
If that is the case, ask the wife to help him to masturbate. Ask his wife to help him to masturbate. Okay? and after that, let him have sex with his wife. Or it is just like if you buy one shirt is free. Okay, like that. If she masturbates, helps him to masturbate, then next time he has to penetrate, either on the same night or some other night. One for one. Okay. For that, he need not look at so many relationships. After all, he is masturbating. And why go on shifting X, Y, Z? Okay. Ask the wife to help him to masturbate by massaging his penis. Then if she completes, then next time, next day, or after an hour, he must try to penetrate. That's a reward that he is giving to the wife. And the wife is giving the reward of helping him to masturbate. So it's an exchange program. Okay. You may think we are talking nonsense, but the whole thing is nonsense. Now what to do? Okay. The human life itself is nonsense. And some people make it more nonsense, like these elderly people. Okay. Try to solve it that way, and you try to have the guts to tell all that. Okay. So basically, a therapist or a counselor should have a lot of guts.
Now, what is the pleasure that he, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Pardon?
So, what is the difference between what is the pleasure that he gets out of masturbation other than what he is doing with his wife? What is the difference, and how is this connected?
No. Actually, he feels by masturbating, by looking at the figure of another lady, he thinks he is having sex with that lady. Okay, but he is full of an ass. Okay, that lady is there and he is here and he is masturbating and he is not having sex with that lady. There is no physical connection. The same thing can be done by his wife who is alive. Okay, and then for which she is qualified to have an intercourse. It is contractual. Okay. You suggest to them and then come back to me and tell me how he is reacting. You will agree for that.
And sir, no. The best thing is actually now she says that he is not able to perform.
Who is not able to perform?
He is having ED and
Okay. So let her do that. First of all, ask the wife to help him to masturbate. Okay. Next time, if he thinks he cannot perform, he need not perform, but ask him to give oral pleasure to his wife by sucking the vagina of his wife. Okay. Which is also a technique. Okay. It is known as cunnilingus. The wife will be happy and he will be also happy because he is incapable of having an erection. So the only way to satisfy the wife is to suck her vagina, which is good. Okay. As far as things happen between husband and wife, everything is good. If it tries to get out of hand, that is a problem. It's a legal, ethical problem. So once she will help him to get masturbation, next time he will suck the vagina of the wife, which is known as already the technical name I have already told. Okay. Cunnilingus is the name, which is there throughout the world, from India to abroad. Okay. So ultimately, he should feel that he is responsible for making the wife to experience the pleasure. Not that he is qualified to go on having pleasure, looking at various women and masturbating. Okay. The word husband means one has to protect and provide everything from food to sex. That is the meaning of husband. You refer to the dictionary, it will tell one has to take care of from feeding the food to sex to the wife. That is husband. Otherwise, he fails to be the husband. Okay. Okay, Getsi, you are thinking so deeply. Go and try this technique and come back later. or you can talk to me directly later. Okay. Next.
Okay. Thank you,
Next.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
హలో
Yes, please.
సార్ నమస్కారం అండి.
ఎవరండి?
ఐఎమ్ విఆర్కే ప్రసాద్ సార్,
You are?
నాగార్జున యూనివర్సిటీ
No,
కౌన్సిలింగ్
your
అండ్
name,
గైడెన్స్ స్టూడెంట్.
your name is?
విఆర్కే ప్రసాద్ సార్, విఆర్కే.
Yeah, okay, but I'm not able to see your video. Anyway, you speak.
దిస్ ఈజ్ సార్.
Yes. Yes. I'm able to see you.
జస్ట్ సార్,
What's your good name?
మై నేమ్ ఇస్ వేదాంతం రవీంద్ర కృష్ణ ప్రసాద్.
Okay, please.
రిటైర్డ్ టీచర్.
Tell me, yes, your face is familiar. Tell me.
Thank you, sir. Just I have observed a case, sir. A person, while he is talking about the sorrowful things happened in his life, or listening about the sorrowful things from others, while reading some stories, in that situation, uncontrolled, emotional feel, over emotional. He is feeling.
What kind of emotion he is experiencing?
ఏంటి ఏడుస్తున్నావు, ఎందుకు కళ్ళు ఎందుకు చెమరుస్తున్నాయి నీకు, వైల్ యు ఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్? ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్, బట్ అతను నాకేం తెలియడం లేదు, కానీ ఆ విషయాలు వింటున్నా, నేను ఆ విషయాలు చెప్తున్నా, నాకు ఎందుకో నా కంట్రోల్ లేకుండానే నేను ఎమోషన్ ఫీల్ అయ్యి నేను నెక్స్ట్ చెప్పదలుచుకుని కూడా చెప్పలేకపోతున్నాను అంటాడు.
I have a handicap. Telugu I can
Okay. Then I asked him, why are you feeling like that? What are the reasons?
Feeling what?
Feeling?
No. Why are you feeling means what is he feeling?
He is weeping.
He is, what is it?
Tearing.
He's crying, sir. He's crying. What?
Crying.
Okay,
Then
crying.
Then he is not able.
Okay.
Then he is not able to express his next ideas.
Okay. Now I will ask you to tell him to cry aloud. Cry aloud. Don't cry like not like that. But cry aloud. Ask him to cry aloud. Okay. Making a lot of noise. If he cries aloud, the problem will be solved. But if he is only producing noise in a controlled way, like that's not going to help. So you should cry aloud, as I told you. Then he will come out of it. It will give a release. Okay. By doing like that, he is trying to get the sympathy of people. It is not going to help him. Let him cry aloud.
Is it mentally disordered, sir?
It is not, nothing is mental disorder. Everything is a behavior problem. Nobody is mad. No person is mad. Okay? And everything is only a behavioral distortion, which can be corrected by behavior technology. Okay? Don't brand anybody with any name, as it is given in DSM 5th or ICD-10. Don't brand anybody. Branding will be done by psychiatrists. They will give medicine. But we need not brand at all. We solve that emotion. That's all. Okay?
So when you want to cry aloud.
Cry aloud. Chor say. Okay?
Then the problem will be solved.
Yeah, chor macha ke rona hai. Okay. That'll be all. Okay then. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. It's a nice question you have asked. Next person.
Namaste,
Namaste.
sir. Not about this cognitive behavior therapy, but I am having one doubt, sir. Why because we are talking this session on world in connection with World Mental Health Day.
Yes.
Why the psychology people, psychology professors, so many are there. Why they are not totally included in this national mental health programs? Always the psychiatrists are there, social psychiatric nursing people are there, psychiatric social workers are there, but psychologists were. I think I didn't see the flavor of psychologists in that any of these committees.
Okay. Now,
So, why this is
actually, it is a prestigious thing. A
Yes.
doctor is a prestigious person according to the society.
Okay.
MBBS, MD, MS, they are highly respectable. But psychologists are gradually getting respected. So it is our effort, like WCOP, to produce the result so that people come to know that we can also solve problems. Okay. And not many psychologists are practicing. Most of them are teachers in colleges, schools, colleges, and universities, but they don't enter into practice. So that is the purpose of WCOP in offering training and bringing them out so that they can start practicing. That is the major aim of WCOP, Professor Reddy and his team of people. So I am sure we are developing a lot of respectability among the community. Okay, it may be slow but steady. It is catching up, especially with programs like in Tirupati program, when all of you met together in person. Now there is a seal which is coming up, okay, with all the senior people in this committee, patrons and core committees. So we are growing, but medicine has already grown. What is medicine? They were barbers. Barbers were treating. Later they became doctors. Okay, they have not come up suddenly. So it takes time from the barber to be transformed into a medical doctor or to be a surgeon. And we are trying to be on the same track, and definitely we'll make a mark. And thank God, psychiatry has already failed. So there is a lot of lacuna where we can step in and solve problems. Okay, alcoholism cannot be solved by psychiatry. Okay, schizophrenia cannot be solved by psychiatry. Like that. Okay, bipolar cannot be solved. So we have to enter and solve such problems. Then people come to us with a bunch of prescriptions. People come and say, I went around shopping for psychiatric treatment. Nothing happened. Can you do something without medicine? Then if you can produce results, then they are so happy about it. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. And WCOP is doing a wonderful job in the country. Okay. Compared to few other associations who are not actively involved in training. Okay, conferences are there, but workshops are required. Training is more important than presenting papers and publishing papers. Though it is important, the common man wants help, and there are not many psychologists who are offering help. So we want every teacher in the school or college to become a therapist or a behavior modifier or a trainer like that. So we are definitely doing a wonderful job in WCOP. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Vimala.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out whether we can correct egoistic person with a lot of ego. He sticks on to certain things which are very narrow-minded objects. So he is not open-minded. Because of his ego, he always sticks on certain some very unnatural things like that. Is there any way to correct?
Okay. You see, if you have got a black coffee, pour more milk, it becomes ordinary coffee. Like that, if ego is there, ask the person to engage in more super egoistic activities, pro-social behavior. Then ego gets dissolved and almost disappears. the person becomes sacrificing, helping others, making others happy. And that is what is the role of psychology. Make others happy. And you will find more happiness. Okay. We are already doing it. Let us do it with more intensity. Like you are doing. You have been treating people in industry to come out of stress. Okay. And you are already doing with Vedadri Maharishi group. Okay. And now you are in Australia and doing a wonderful job. Please keep it up. The more we help others, we get helped. That's all. It's as simple as that. We may still have some kind of difficulties. Forget it. We are not sannyasins and we are not going to become Buddha. Okay? We are on the path towards being a Buddha. That's my response to Dr. Santana Krishna.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
There is a question in the chat box, sir. Because of this is question from Tanvi. She has some network issues. She asks how to treat anxiety in cancer patients. There is also one more. How to help a person who has been subjected to violence.
Yeah, what is the question? I don't get you, Rama.
So one question is how to help anxiety in cancer patients, and the other one is how to help the person who is subjected to violence.
Okay, anxiety, what I would suggest is become more relaxed. Opposite of stress or tension is relaxation. How to relax? There are humpty number of techniques like breathing techniques. Breathe out through the mouth, inhale through the nose. That is one technique. Okay. And if the person is married, if they engage in sex periodically, say weekly once, anxiety will come down. That's also a behavioral prescription, depending upon the marital status, if they are married. Okay. And then engage in good Samaritan activities, helping others. Instead of brooding over your difficulties, start helping people who are in difficulty. It is easy for psychologists because we are already practicing. You can make your clients also to help others, either financially or with knowledge, Vidya Dhanam, Vastra Dhanam, like that, Swarna Dhanam, like that. So they will become all right. Anxiety will go away. And people who are aggressive also, the same solution. Start caring about others, start helping others. Don't go wild. If you go wild, you'll be simply killed. Okay, that is what happened to Narasimha Avatar. Narasimha Avatar has to be destroyed by Shiva, okay, to release Vishnu. Similarly, there were aggressions in Kali Mata. Then the solution was having sex with Kali by Shiva. So the religions have also prescribed sex reduces aggression, okay, and also if it is not reduced, ultimately they will have cardiac illness or chronic kidney disease and they will die a premature death. So we want them and then ask them to engage in activities, pro-social activities. Ask them to join a Rotary Club and then ask them to donate. Like our president is there, B.G. Reddy Garu is a Rotarian. I'm also a Rotarian. Okay. So that is the solution for anger and also for anxiety.
For anxiety, I think earlier you said even laughing helps a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Laughing at your own foolishness.
Yes, that helps a lot. In fact, we tried it out and works well.
Laughing means not laughing at others, but if you start laughing at your own
At yourself, yes.
you will become wiser. Okay, like the laughing Buddha. Laughing Buddha is laughing at his own madness. Okay, the Chinese concept. And I have seen such things with my clients. They were foolish and crazy. And ultimately, when they laughed, they came out and said, First I thought, why should I laugh? How to laugh? What is the reason? Then they said, I am laughing at my own foolishness. Okay, that has happened already.
So anxiety comes down considerably, immediately.
Because it is just like giving an injection. Instead of giving a tranquilizer, if you laugh, endorphins are released into the blood by
Yes.
the brain. So naturally you will feel better like that with nothing. No any external agency entering into the system. It's a non-invasive procedure. Okay, no injections, no surgeries, simply laugh. A time comes where you start crying with laughter. Okay, you continuously laugh. So what we call as Ananda Kannir in Tamil. So you feel so happy. Okay, it can lead to a satori. That is possible. And it is also used by certain groups in some ashrams also.
Yeah, laughing clubs are there.
After, if you laugh together, instead of
Laughing
laughing alone,
clubs. Laughing clubs.
2, 5, 3, 4, 10 laughter club, of which our Dr. Sandhana Krishna is a member. And many of us may be members of the club, laughter club. Yes, Professor Reddy garu, अभी क्या करें? बंद कर दें क्या?
Sir, actually, it is a fundamental question. I am just seeking clarification from you.
Yeah, please do.
See, there are so many therapies are there.
Yes.
All these therapies nowadays, person like you, depending on the nature of the problem, they are applying. But the majority of the people would not be able to apply the appropriate techniques or therapies to the appropriate case.
Cases. Okay.
So, so what would be the best solution to at least to upgrade this knowledge?
One is what WCOP is doing, training yourself and training others. That's what I would appreciate. Another thing, not only read, but practice. And by trial and error, if it clicks, okay. Otherwise, you have insight learning. Next, you start innovating by combining 2, 3 techniques together. Develop your own technique. Don't look upon any foreigner, okay? Not even any Indian. Have your own technique. Try that. And it works, others will follow. That's what I would suggest. That will improve the self-confidence also. Okay. And I like that because we think we should copy from somebody. So stop doing it. Create your own techniques. Try. Maybe right or wrong, but keep on trying. Then you will perfect a product which you can use. As it is happening in medicine also, in surgery also. Anywhere, innovation is the in thing. So you can try that. That's what I would suggest for growing psychologists.
Through practice only, you mean just we can could be able to differentiate between each therapy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We can give a combination. It is what is one is a module, a training module. This plus this plus this. If it works, it's okay. Otherwise, this plus this plus this again. That's what medicine also does. They give medicine for 3 days, then they give for 5 days, then they go for a medical checkup, blood test and all that. Then they admit and treat. You have to keep trying by trial and error, and then by insight learning, they can do it. Okay, if chimpanzees can learn, then we have better brains to learn. That's what I would think.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome, Professor Reddy.
So, shall we conclude, sir?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. At the outset, I sincerely thank our beloved chairperson of this training programs. Then it is all-renowned trainer. It is none other than our Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir. Because for all these training programs, he is the backbone. He is the whatnot. So without him, we can't move with as far as these trainings are concerned. So that's why I planned at least minimum these 5 important therapies in consultation with our Ganeshan sir only. I planned because this CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, then RET, rational emotive therapy, like this interpersonal therapy, behavior therapy, so humanistic therapy by Carl Rogers. So these are all some of the important therapies which a psychologist is required. So already on these therapies, when WCOP was in the initial stage, we have conducted, but those days, so we have not evinced interest to make a note. And again, today I requested our repertoire and a dynamic repertoire Ramadevi to record it. And again, as psychosomatic disorders, she is going to just keep summary in the WhatsApp groups. And also we are uploading to the YouTube of WCOP. So this is for your information. And whatever today you have learned, it is a practical session, and you might have clarified so many doubts which were in our mind. So really thankful to you, sir, for your great service you are rendering towards our WCOP. And also thank our elderly people, core committee members, chief patrons, then today's beloved participants. And I request some of our, I noticed there are about 16 participants have not registered. I noted down. So kindly, if you have paid or those who are not registered, kindly register at least for tomorrow. So that would be helpful to you and to WCOP also. So once again, thank you one and all. Now I request our repertoire Ramadevi a brief summary of today's session, please.
Sure, sir. So today's topic is about CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. So as Ganeshan sir said that perception influences the behavior. So that means the cognitive distortion affects the perception and the behavior of the person. For example, if there is a gender bias for any person, male or female, he'll treat the opposite sex, and which we need to bring the change in the attitude. So in Hindu culture also, Lord Shiva has shared his body with Parvati, showing that both genders are equal. So in treating a person who has alcoholic to the maximum extent where medicine doesn't help, you have to make that person imagine he's enjoying his favorite alcohol. It can be anything of his choice. And suddenly ask the person that he has fallen into a ditch which is very sinking. So that means the person, while imagining, we have to make him feel that while enjoying his drink, he has fallen into a ditch which is sinking. And by doing this repeatedly, the brain will learn the reprogramming of the habit. So we have to repeat and repeat and repeat until he develops an allergy towards the alcohol. So the reprogramming of the brain is very much required in treating the alcohols without the help of medicine. So the student who is facing the breakup after 5 or 6 years and going for a suicidal attempt or trying for a suicide. So there is a relationship breakup by the partner. So we have to understand that there is a professional incompetency, because the lady who has broke up here, she has went into a very new good profession. So the client has to be trained to develop his professional competency and not because because he's not keen in developing his skills, and he was looking after the girl. He lost his professional skills, so he has to develop his skills and join. He can either join in the same company and confront her, or he can develop some additional skills or hands-on skills, and he can join in some other company above, which is above her reach. So it is very much necessary for him to prove himself rather than finding an excuse that the lady has cheated on him. So the one thing is that the therapist has to be innovative and poetic, and he has to go beyond the book. So if there is a mother-in-law who is nagging and husband is not listening to his wife and always following his mother, and the daughter-in-law, she is breaking down and considers separation. So in this, we have to bring the cognitive shift in which can be done by asking the girl or the daughter-in-law to imagine the face of her mother-in-law as buffalo, parrot, or any other animal or anything, and including the voice of the person. So by practicing it, initially the person may not do it directly, but the therapist has to do a dummy practice, and then it has to apply it. By this, the perception changes. So, or the other way of doing it is the person, while the mother-in-law is nagging or chanting anything, the lady can repeat the word Narayana or Om Namah Shivaya, where the God himself will take care of it. So we can bring in some certain spiritual things in our therapy as well. So people showing emotional irregulation, that means that to avoid something, they like overeating or anything, they don't do for every little thing, they feel emotionally down. So the emotional regulation can be done. That means we can stop the fire of those emotions by laughter. So laughing at the foolish act, laughing is not just smiling, it is the hearty laughter. By doing the laughing, the endorphins are released, which are very much, which works better than any medicine. So we have to be innovative by taking things funny. So in this, we trigger the biochemical reactions which continue, and the emotion or the response to that stimulus will be changed. So a person who is in extramarital affair with a lady who is threatening her to perform sex, and the person is also feeling a little guilty. So we have to bring the person who are in the dark in the stealth mode. So we can ask the person to imagine her husband with that person whom he loves, and the male person who is in relation with the lady, while performing sex with his wife, he has to imagine the lady. By doing so, they will understand that they are doing something wrong, and they will cut the relationship, which is necessary. So 51-year-old lady and husband 59 years old, married for 29 years, and husband is emotionally getting connected to the other woman in the neighbor, in the office surroundings, and there is no physical connection, but whatever the woman does, he does it. So the wife is now very much hurt, and she wants to go away. So the man is getting connected and with one lady, and disconnecting and connecting to another lady. So he's finding a pleasure which he is not getting with his wife. That means he might be doing masturbating while observing the other woman. So here the reward system will work. So we have to ask the wife to help him in masturbating, and after masturbating, the person has to penetrate and give the pleasure to his wife, because if he cannot be because of some other being AED or anything, if he cannot perform, ask the man to give his wife an oral pleasure like cunnilingus. So it is the responsibility of the husband to provide and protect and taking care of his wife by giving pleasure. So the person who is always talking and listening to the only sorrowful things, and whenever he listens to the sorrowful things, he cannot control his crying, he controls his emotions, he keeps on weeping, and he becomes numb, and he cannot really express what he wanted to say. So the person, we have to make him sit comfortable and ask him, the person, to cry aloud rather than crying in silent or in a controlled manner. So by crying and making a loud noise, he will become all right, and the emotions he will get the emotions get controlled. So the question why psychologists are not included in mental health programs, because we are just upcoming. So medicine doctors are in a prestigious positions, and unless and until all the people who are in the field of psychology, if they are trained and produce results without any medicines, they will be given the higher priority. So unfortunately, many are stick to teaching and out of practice. So the egoistic person who is not open-minded, where it is very much limited in, is very mean in all the things, whatever he does it. So imagine a black coffee, a thick black coffee. We need to add the milk so that the what you call it, the depth of the coffee will be diluted. I mean, the thickness of the coffee will be diluted. So in this way, we have to ask the egoistic person to perform the super egoistic activities like pro-social activities or charity activities. We can join in the Rotary clubs or anything. So the more he help others, the more he will lose his ego. So the person who is anxious or who is aggressive, he has to do the opposite of what he is, what he is having. That means he has to relax. He has to inhale with his nose and exhale with his mouth. If the person is married, he has to engage in sex on a regular period. So he has to do humanitarian activities by doing some dhanam like Vastadanam, Annadanam, or Vidya Dhanam or Rakta Dhanam, whatever he can do it in his limitations, he can do it. Even the person aggressive, he has to perform the pro-social activities. Donation will help it. So it is very much required for any therapist to learn in a funny way by applying the principles, whatever we study in the books, when we have to apply it, modify it, depending on the case. We have, if one, it's like a trial and error method. If one method doesn't work, we have to have the insight learning so that we can do it in an innovative way, so that there less of medications can be given and more of the behaviors and the attitudes can be changed with the counseling. So this is all for today, and I hope I have covered all the points.
So, once again, thank you very much, sir, for your service today. Once again, thank you on behalf of WCOP and on my personal behalf. Thank you very much, sir. We see you tomorrow by 6:30 p.m., sir. Thank you. All the participants too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rama Devi. Thank you.
But those who have not registered, kindly register. At least you can participate in the next coming 4 sessions.
Thank you.
Rama has done a good job.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
As usual. Good evening. Good night.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
sir.
Okay, then.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night.